Hello and welcome. I am Beanall92, and we are going to today continue our adventures as Ayutthaya in Southeast Asia. Last episode we wrapped up our war against Orissa for the Bengali Corps. We have liberated Malacca from the brutal oppressors of Pasai. We've eaten some of Southeast Asia, or Southeast China, sorry. And I think right now what we're going to do is we're going to attack Kachar and take as much land from them as we possibly can. I think this would be a good addition to our empire, and then focus on getting all of the Bengali corps back. They have 1 in Kachar and 3 in Koch, 1 left in Orissa. So whenever our truce is up with Orissa, I think we're going to go ahead and attack them. Let's see. We'll take the favoritism. That seems fine to me. So what next? What is the first thing that we want to do? I think the first thing that we want to do is attack Kachar. With Nepal as their only friend, I don't think they'll be very difficult. We are getting pretty close to being able to declare ourselves an empire, which is always nice, always fun. You know, I bet that we could get Malayan as an accepted culture if we annexed Malaya. God, that would cost so many Diplo points, though. I mean, that's the downside of this kind of, like, vassal-heavy game, is that we're going to dry up our Diplo points pretty heavily, but we're ahead in Diplotech right now compared to administrative, so I don't think that's a big problem. And most of the land that we take from Kachar, we're probably just going to core ourselves. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and send our troops over there. Do we have any mercenaries? We do have some mercenaries. Let's detach them. I thought we had more than that. Huh. Oh well. I guess not. Protect trade in Siam. These guys aren't really necessary for anything since we're going to be fighting a landlocked war next. Build spy network. Who are our rivals? Is it just Orissa? Yeah. We got some power projection from declaring war and conquering Orissa, but we've entered that point in the game where there aren't that many rivals we have left, so our capacity to generate power projection is pretty low. We can't get very much. So we're going to lower our army maintenance and let our manpower reserves recover. Once we get the nobility loyal again, that will go a lot quicker. And then once we get enough of our soldiers back, once we have our armies at full strength, we will declare war on Kachar and take really as many provinces as we can from them. I don't see a reason not to. God, I wish we could see Europe. It's 1564 and we still can't frickin' see Europe. National unrest. This is the price that must be paid. Persia, actually, it looks like they grew a little bit. I might be crazy, but I think they actually grew between episodes. I'm sure someone could go back and check and see if I'm insane. Do we want to take the administrative benefits, or do we want to take the military benefits? I think administrative. I always like taking the stability. Afghanistan exists. Trusted merchants, yeah. Absolutely. Why would we lie? We obviously have all of the best goods. There is no reason for us to spread falsehoods about our products. Korea is doing fairly well for themselves. They've got Zili as an accepted culture. They're fighting the Manchu. I wonder if that's going well for them. Yeah, it is. Wow. So we might see a greater Korea, an Eastern Blue Blob, as I like to call it. Japan is being Japan, being its old isolationist self. Not caring about what happens in the world around it. The Chinese states look about the same as they did. Shu, North China. Shouldn't this belong to Yan? Maybe they conquered Yan. Bukhara is being Bukhara. I wonder who would win in a war against Bukhara and Russia. I feel like it would be Russia, but, you know, who knows? They're still integrating Lithuania. Wow. It cost them 2,500 points. Dude, Poland, you know that you have a button for this, right? Like, you understand that. Wow, look at Hejaz. It looks like they're going for Red Sea hegemony. Hegemony? Hegemony? I think it's hegemony. Mutapa is still controlling the Zanzibari coast. Funge exists. They got that Nubian traditions. I actually really want to do a game of the Nubian Restoration, the new achievement, where you start out as one of the Nubian states and then conquer Egypt, because that sounds pretty fun. I don't know. You might get killed by the Ottomans, but on the other hand, it could be a good game. Ooh, okay, let's do this. I don't want to get into an alliance with you just because we don't have the slots for it, but having you as a friend is always a good thing. And we can now build weapon manufactories, so that might be something we're interested in. We don't want a naval manufactory, but I think a weapon manufactory here could be quite good. That'd be 0.46, that would be 0.65, sure. Because we have a workshop there. Let's go ahead and build a workshop here, so that when we do add a weapon manufactory to that province, it will generate a lot of goods. And the really nice thing about those manufactories is that they affect goods produced, not production modifiers, so they actually also increase the trade value of the state. So for us, we're, you know, when we build manufactories in Siam, we're very directly boosting our income twice. The really good one, though, is going to be trade manufactories at level 14. Trade companies with the ivory that we have. I mean, we only have one source of ivory, but sure. Silk, I think, is also a trade factory or a trade company. Is that textile? No, it's textile. Tea is trade company. Chinaware is trade company. Tropical wood, trade company. Oh, we're suffering some attrition. We need to avoid that. So let's retreat our people back to more hospitable terrain as we build our army back up. I am gonna build some more barracks just as we're in this expansion phase, and we really need the soldiers. The soldiers are quite important for us right now. There you go. That'll help. Did the nobility like us? Yeah, the nobility like us again, so that'll help with recruitment speed. And we've got 35% manpower modifiers from corvée and serfdom. So our manpower cap is quite large. It's just that we continuously burn through it. Awesome, we've eclipsed Orissa. Do we have another rival? No possible rivals. I saw a thread on Reddit that I actually kind of agree with. You know, I think the music's a little bit loud. I think I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. I saw a thread on Reddit, which I kind of agree with, that says that you should be able, when you have 0 rivals, or 0 possible rivals, when you can't rival anyone, you should get ticking power projection up to a certain point. And I think this is a really good idea. If you can't rival anyone, obviously you're the top dog, right? Like, you are the leader of your local area. Like, no one's gonna fuck with you. That being said, it's really silly that you can't generate power projection and everyone else can. You've won the power projection game. If you don't have any rivals, you've just won it. So, like, I think your resting state should at least be 25. You know, you get the extra leader bonus. You get, what else does that give you? global trade power, manpower recovery. Like, you're losing out on a lot of things by growing too big. Awesome. Okay, we've got that. That's good. We have our king, who doesn't have an heir. That's annoying. He's gonna die immediately. It's gonna suck. Alright, so we're getting pretty close. We have actually a huge amount of spy network against these guys, so let's just go ahead and fabricate claims. I'm not looking at what I'm fabricating because I'm gonna take all of it. Like, I intend to conquer all of this, so I don't care in what order they get fabricated. Changxing. That's over here, right? Yeah. And our vassals are getting quite good, quite strong. Malacca's at 15, Bengal's at 11, E's at 6. So combined, they're sitting at around 30,000 manpower. A little bit more than that, or a 30,000 army size, which means that that's almost, that's close to half of, that's a little over half of what we have. Let's keep it at a modest level. Let's fabricate a claim on Dali. And we aren't going to be able to get quite as much recovery time as I want between these wars, but I do think I think what we'll end up doing is we'll just hire a bunch of mercenaries and use them as our front line. We'll pull back our normal infantry and just use our mercenary regiments to kind of soak the damage as much as possible. Because I don't think this war is going to take very much. I think we can get away without using our own manpower pool through most of it. Oh, come on, really? There. Fine. None. No, I don't really want to do that. I guess we'll protect our brethren in Dali. Yeah, no, that works. We get a free claim on Dali. That works for me. Let's use the money. Yeah, I like that. I think that's always a really good use for that event. And fabricate claim. Oh, no possible provinces. Awesome. Okay. So now we actually have kind of too big an army. Let's combine them and then split them again, just so they're more balanced. And again, we are going to be taking some. We're going to be taking some attrition, just through, you know, the nature of things. So I think what we're going to do, actually, is I'm going to pull the infantry out of this army entirely and replace them with mercenaries. And then this army will be our primary. God dang it. We need more supply limit. Where's the next? Okay, level 12, we're going to supply limit increase. And this will be our primary army that we use for conquering, I guess you would call it, Western Kachar. Yeah, Manipur, sure. March on them. We'll just split you like that. And honestly, our vassals could take care of this war for us, but, you know, why not do it ourselves? Let's pull them back to the coast. I don't think they need to be there. What are these? Oh, that's a wasteland. Okay. I was very confused at that. I didn't know what I was looking at. You know, I think we might just go for 100% annexation here. I don't know what their total size is of their country, but if it's possible, I think we'll just go for a 100% peace deal and annex them entirely. Wow. That's terrible. 061 or 016. God, and he's an infant too. I can't even make him a general. We're gonna get a frickin' Regency Council for this little brat, aren't we? So let's return core to Silit and give us some karma. Yeah, that'll give us 9 karma. Take those provinces and then take as many of these as we can. That's the wrong thing. Ah, we can't do a 100% peace deal. And this will cost us basically all of our karma, but we're probably going to die anyways pretty soon, so I don't think going at low karma is that big of a deal. Can we take anything else? Money, sure. Why not? And then everyone meets back up in Raku. We will lower army maintenance. Yeah, that's good. And I think now we're going to wait till we hit level 10 admin tech before we declare any more wars. Just so we can start getting that idea group out of the way. And I do want to hit level 11 or level 12 in Spanish Square military tech so we can get that supply limit increase, because man, we're starting to get to the point where supply limit is very, very low. Sounds good. You know what I'm actually going to do? Is I think I'm going to go down to 20 size army. I think we're going to make 20 army, or a 20 regiment army our new standard. And just recruit enough for, so we need, we'll make a template for this, 3, 4, 5, army reinforce. And we don't have enough manpower, because of course we don't. That was a foolish thing of me to believe that we'd have enough manpower. So let's take a look at our religious map. We conquered some Hindu provinces. We're going to have to convert these. That's Vajrayana, which is fine. Mahayana's fine. Confucian is fine. Like all of this, no problem. Oh, would you look at that? They've converted Tibet to Hindu. That, I don't like that. That's not right. Tibet's not Hindu. Tibet's Vajrayana. You're messing with the national order here. Mahayana. Do they have humanist? They must have humanist. No? Why are they going to Mahayana? That's really weird. Now, our vassals, I think our vassals might take care of this for us. I don't know. No? Fine. Whatever. We'll do it ourselves. We'll do it ourselves. Yeah, see, even a 20 stack going across these jungle mountain provinces, it gets difficult for them. Nice. Alright, so we've got modern theocracy. Okay, now, this is something I don't understand. Why does it say it allows theocracy? Because you can choose to become a theocracy at any point when you have the adopt theocratic administration ideas, right? So, the allowing theocracy doesn't feel like it does anything. Like, no one can just... Who does that affect? What country does that affect? Tribute system, nice. Okay, so we got income from vassals. Time to fabricate claims, good. And now we're taking half of our vassals' income. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You might want to, in certain cases, give some of that back in the form of subsidies, but I don't think that's necessary for us. If you wanted a vassal to like colonize, if you had Norway as a vassal, or any of the Iberian miners as a vassal, or Iberian states as vassals, then you would want to give them some subsidies so they could colonize, but I don't think that's necessary. Excellent. Very good. What is our development up to? Our development's up to 850. How much development does Yi have? Where is Yi? There we go. 52. Alright. I want to hit that 1000 development so that we can take the upgrade government rank button. Because I would like to be an empire. We could switch to a feudal monarchy and get another 25% income from vassals. I don't think we are going to do that, but we could. We might end up switching to administrative monarchy. I think the monthly autonomy change is pretty nice. Although I actually really want to go to constitutional monarchy just so we can play around with the parliament. But actually no, I'm crazy. What am I talking about? We're not going to become any kind of monarchy. We're going to flip to a republic. What am I talking about? Don't be silly. We're going to become a republic. So what's our next target? Probably Coach. They're allied with Wanpor and Kham. Wanpor is the only one I'm concerned about there, so let's check out their army. Where is it? Oh, this is alphabetical, right. 31,000 at Miltech 11. So we might want to wait for Miltech 12 just to make sure we don't fall behind them. Good. That seems good. Do we have any more provinces? We have to... Nope, okay. Sure, we'll pay them off. It's not like we're using, you know, that money particularly much. Convert Markham. Where is Markham? No, we're not converting our fellow Buddhists. I mean, we'll take this one. It's not going to happen. Vassal force limit contribution plus 100%. See, the problem with this is that I don't think vassal force limit contribution works. I don't think it's calculating correctly. I think it's calculating weird. I don't know what it's supposed to calculate, but I'm pretty sure it's calculating weird. Integrated elites. Now this is a big deal. 25% diplomatic annexation cost. That is a serious, like that is more of a, like, compare that to core creation cost. Oh, that's actually the same as the core creation cost. Never mind. Anyways, that's a very, very good savings. That's definitely, I think that's one of the best parts of influence ideas is that that core create or that annexation cost reduction. Sure, declining power of the nobility. No. Decline. No thank you. Ooh, Bamanas has declared war upon Orissa. So what I was hoping would happen is actually happening. Orissa is getting into a war with its neighbors. And this is a war that's embroiled most of the Indian subcontinent. Let us see Europe already. I'm really, really interested in seeing how Europe played out. So I think the time to attack Coach is probably coming pretty soon. Ooh, okay. Hey, you know what? We're actually... Wanpor is less willing to defend because they're friendly towards us. You know, I think if their war exhaustion and their manpower goes down, we could probably get this war without having them involved, which would be really good for us. Let's go ahead and raise that reinforcement army. I do want to get the 320 stacks up and running. Personal executions. That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. I'm not sure Ayutthaya was a nice place to live back in the day. Oh, hey, look, Chengsheng actually did revolt. We still want to attack Shu. That's definitely a goal of ours. We want to attack Pasai. Is Malacca even fabricating claims? No, they're not. This is really upsetting to me. So we're going to have to force feed them, which is not something I wanted, but it's something that's going to have to happen. Men. You know, now would be a very good time to attack Orissa, but I think we're going to go after Coach first. Yes, okay, good. So their allies won't defend them. Or, you know, the important one won't defend them. That was the ships, not the, whoops. I was clicking on the wrong thing. Spare no expense. And I will at this point, since our... You never want to let your inflation go above 5% because you can start getting nasty events associated with that. Oh! Shoot, that's why you don't play on speed 5, kiddies. We might... Nope, we won. Ha! Even when making horrible play mistakes, we still manage to do just fine. Now, I do want to... I mean, I'm going to take these 3, but the question is, do we want to take any more? And if we were going to take more, what we would do is we would force feed Bengal, probably the rest of these provinces. Maybe not up in Tibet. I don't know if we would go that far, but certainly like the Coach and Coach Hydro and Lumbuan. Wow, that was quick. We kind of don't need to be here to a certain degree. We might actually wrap up this war and then immediately declare war upon Orissa. Since I think this war isn't going to take very much time at all. Return these 3 provinces. This will give us 50 karma, which is great, but we can't get it quite yet. We're going to have to wait for the siege to finish. Man, these vassals are really doing very good work. They're starting to get a little bit uppity. Yeah, has more than 100 total development. They're starting to get a little bit uppity. So I think we're going to have to annex. I think if we annex Yi, that'll bring them back down. You know. Alright, good. So that gives us a bunch of karma. Let's go ahead and occupy these 2 provinces and force feed them to Bengal. So this will still give us 34 karma. And I like this deal. This is a good deal. Now, we do really want to avoid our vassals getting too upset with us by growing too large. But I don't think that'll be a problem. And if we declared war on them right now, it would just be us versus them. Yep, that seems fine. State propaganda, I like it. I mean, I don't think we're going to have to worry about aggressive relations anytime soon, but, you know, there's no problem with having it. And I'm going to wrap the video up here. It's about 28 minutes, so that seems good to me. If you like what you've seen, please consider liking, subscribing, or commenting down below if you have any, comments for me personally. Yeah, I like this game so far. I think it's been a lot of fun. I think we're going to keep playing it. I definitely want to play at least long enough to become a republic. Just for, the giggles. The shits and giggles. Yeah, so, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. If you have a nation you think I should play, I'd be more than willing to hear about it. And I will see you in the next one.